Hello guys. Okay, so I'm now audible to you. Am I audible to you?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible to you guys? Is the audio clear?
Time itself is a silent song.
Check, check.
But my research had so much potential. Full throttle!
So that's what she was. Hello. Guys. Oh, where the hell is oh,
Oh, hey.
dogs.
It.
Open
Really?
dogs.
All right. Oh, you want to hear them too?
You
Legends
write
speak
in
of a
Linux,
time
add any
long
voiceover.
ago. Even as he bricked the blubber beast, and just like the diver, the blubber beast also adored the feeling. So, whenever he saw. Good. The blubber beast. And that's. Oh, don't be sad. Oh. Wow.
Hi, da. ഞാൻ ഈ സാധനം ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരിക്കുക. Completing that. I need primos. പരീക്ഷ എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായി? എടാ, I had about like 7,000 ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ സ്കേർക്ക് വന്നപ്പം അത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് തീർത്തു. ഉം, ഉം, ഉം. ശരിയാണ്. 15 അപ്പം that's almost like 14, 70, 74, 74, 15. ആണത് ഇവള് വന്നു, സ്കേർക്ക് വന്നു, മറ്റേ ഫ്രണ്ടിന്റെ മാസ്റ്റർ ഇല്ലേ,
Ah, traveler. Hello to you as well. I am the same as always. Thank you for your concern. Yes, you noticed.
യൂണിറ്റിന്റെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വോയിസ് ഭയങ്കര ബാസുള്ള വോയിസാണ്.
The morning paper
ഇല്ലടാ
forecasted
കിട്ടിയില്ലടാ.
rain here at precisely this hour.
ഞാനിപ്പം 75 പിറ്റിയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്നു. മോസ്റ്റ് പ്രോബബ്ലി ഒരു 10 പുള്ളിയുടെ ഇഫ് ചീച്ചിയും ആരും കനിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ കിട്ടുമായിരിക്കും.
In my experience, yet today, the tempo
മിക്കവാറും
arrived
ചീച്ചിയായിരിക്കും.
on
എനിക്ക്
schedule.
കഴിഞ്ഞ
A
2
stroke of luck. Thank you. Though I
ഇതും
do realize that standing in the rain
എനിക്ക്
is only my personal
സിലോണനെ
privilege.
കിട്ടി
Are you certain you wish to stand here with
ലാസ്റ്റ്
me while it pours
ഗ്രാൻഡ്
and ceases?
അവളുടെ.
I see.
പിന്നെ മാവുക്ക് ഇവള് ഫറീന വന്നപ്പം ഫറീനനെ കിട്ടി.
Yes,
So,
for instance, whenever they carry an umbrella with them, hardly a
for
single.
the
Naturally,
best.
I know that there is no. And, well, yet the fact you brought this up now makes me wonder. Perhaps today's rain arrived thanks to you. I'd feared this squall might have soured your plans, but I'm glad it doesn't seem. So it is. For instance, do they not?
74 പിറ്റിയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്നു.
Passable
അതുകൊണ്ടാണ്
joke, yes? Very well. Your feedback has been noted.
I hope.
I am glad to have.
ആടാ ബൈ ബൈ. എവിടെയാണുള്ളതെന്ന്.
I am glad to have received your acknowledgement.
ഓക്കെ. ഓക്കെ ടാറ്റാ. നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്
Exploration.
ഭയങ്കര വണ്ടിയാണോ.
Still a ways to go. Traveler, I never imagined I'd run into you here. Seems I owe that Gus just now an apology. It blew my hat away, seemingly for no reason. But no sooner had I caught it that I ran into you. Yeah, there's a researcher I'm looking for. One who's also interested in magic. He said he'd like to talk shop with me. Word is that he's invented all kinds of fantastic devices. For example, he once made a miniature thermos that he kept stuffed up. All he had to do was twitch his finger to activate the mechanism, and voila! The ice within would slide down and out through his sleeve. The ice trick, one of his myriad magic. Of course it counts. Just think about it. You're a pour off, but it's just way too hot. The Fanta machine's broken and only dispenses warm Fanta. Just as you totter on the edge of despair, the colleague beside you claps their hands, and a few ice cubes suddenly appear in your cup of Fanta. Just imagine, how would you feel? Now you get it. That's why I'm paying him a visit too. I'd love to help. After all, they'll think, I need to get closer. No, closer. I must see what surprises this magician's got in store for me. Here, this is for you, to commemorate our meeting today. Thanks for playing along. You truly are the best audience I could ask for. As long as you're beside me. Uh-oh. Oh, would you look at the time? I'd bet...
Yes. Chocolate.
Is that Navia over there? Oh, it's been a while.
അവിടെ നിൽക്കാൻ പറ. ഷാർലറ്റ് നിൽക്കുന്നു.
Try and stop me.
Sorry. അച്ഛന് വോയിസ് ആക്കി പോയിട്ടില്ല. ഇത്രയും പേരുടെ കഥ കേട്ടാലേ അത്രയും പ്രീമോസ് കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. What the hell, man? ഒന്നുമില്ല കൊണ്ടുവെക്കാനായിട്ട്.
Hold that pose. Smile.
ബാക്കി അനക്ടോട്സ് ഇവിടെ. ഇവന്റെ കഴിവുകളാണ്.
Rev the engine!
സൈനല്ലേ ചൈനാറിയ ശല്യമുണ്ടല്ലോ.
No, but I am pondering a related question. It's you, traveler. That joke wasn't bad. Allow me to soak it in. Not bad. I like it. Not bad. Still. Exactly.
Try and stop me! Full throttle!
ഈ വീട്ടിൽ എന്തുവരെ വീണ്ടും
Rev the engines!
Non sarebbe voi sempre di andando. Why? Nobody's talking. Everybody is silent. Pick up chat. Itu rumah. Info.
Try and stop me!
But Captain, please stop using the Gardamex. To Captain.
Rev the engine!
Should be fine.
Where the hell is the walking? Is it one ceremony?
Try and stop me!
There should be enough bark samples. Next, soil collection. I came here to assist Tainari with but these trees are covered in mushrooms, and I have to clear them away. I can't help but wonder just how these mushrooms got to that size. Right. Tainari also talked about how the environmental factors influencing the growth of fungi are extremely complex and varied, each interacting with even the smallest change in one variable can greatly impact their growth process. No, I've simply been pondering a question these past few days. Do you know why fungi only grow on trees and not on grilled meat? Because that's what they've always done. They're all vegetarians.
എനിക്ക് തോമക്കെന്താ ഇവിടെ കാര്യം?
Rev the engines!
തോമ ഇതിന്റെ അകത്ത്
Come in, take a seat.
സ്റ്റേഴ്സ് stop me to cry about them. വീഡിയോ പോയോ? ഇല്ലല്ലോ. പുട്ടും കിഴങ്ങ് മതി.
What would you like?
Full throttle!
So, in that case, I shall place an... Greetings, traveler. A rare opportunity. It has been some
But
time
the
since my last
characters
visit.
voice it.
As such meeting, as you are here, I believe you have already befriended enough. Indeed, given the environment. Then I shall leave there. Prioritize what you like, without regard to cost. I will ensure you have an ample budget. Oh, Sidine, are there any... Oh, I understand. Everyone has different tastes. It is decided. Thank you both for your suggestion. Sidine, of course. And you...
Bring it. So back to clothes. One more wish. Oh, dude. I don't know. Chichi. 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 I got Chichi. Fuck, I got Chichi. I got Chichi at 74 feet. Wait. Fuck. Why, man, why?
Try and stop me! Full throttle!
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abyssos.
Like, fuck, yeah. I lost my pity to Chichi. I lost my pity to Chichi. Pity to Chichi. And now I'll have to wait for the next time and when stuff comes out.
Rev the engines!
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus pain dampens over time. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path.
I'll let you in the scope of his power.
Thank you. Therefore,
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow... No tears this time. Good.
Can I ask a question, Master? keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary.
But I don't want to draw my sword against...
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea...
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, all she... After some time, it was not that... We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. Well, shall we? This... These are Skark. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of cloud. This is Skark's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child. Always skipping... It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be Skark's parents, her relatives, her neighbors. Everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, no one had any. Skark had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. Countless people, their lives were... If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment... Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat. Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them. But if those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, Skarka's waiting over there. Let's go to her.
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And she's her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your—
The difference is that I allow you to exist, but with limited— I've sheltered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire— Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivors.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right— To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong, but what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the—
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad— Dancing Water. I am not the dancing water. I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life
Tapi
is a
dia
gift.
sudah dibuka sih.
Don't let darkness claim it.
inner peace. Inner peace.
So, you saw. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be enough. But that means yes. Although his decision to train me, I know. And it's not something I want. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through every time I hear from him. My heart's. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said. Yeah, I don't know what Master has planned. But I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fault.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? You scared Paimon half to death! You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of...
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever, Paimon brought back tons of...
All right.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good.
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time. So, let's go.
We're gonna fight him again. Nobody's there.
Skirk is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too? Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl? How does that—
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him.
Water jet! Wipe out!
That's right. Annihilate. Mine to wield.
Go!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope. Mine to wield.
Bombs away! Go!
Mine to wield.
Beyond this world.
Water jet!
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
Udah.
Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from such power, such keen battle instincts. So...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well. I was born into... I trained the sword harder than anyone else. Defeated all of my peers. Over time, my heart hardened. And I became aimless. That was the point where I met your man. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works. Yet, he'll... I still remember what he said to me when we first met.
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something. And he inspired me to keep going. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. But after his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man...
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tevat. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of you...
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty...
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea.
As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive that?
Because, of course, I bear...
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you, but that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb. Or...
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world. The joy of an artist uncovering it.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from my blade. Like a glimpse into my... You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled...
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limit, after which all can come to an end. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal: to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that would be. Oh.
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must...
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to...
I accept. And who knows? For I have faith if we are climb.
I will reach the top of this mountain. And you, Scott.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh! Where's we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time.
그래서
We did it! Ah, it's only been a few. Once again, we've proved. Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already.
Yes. The power.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for the false stars hanging in the meticulously planned sky. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to. Time marches up. Though we gaze upon a false sky.
Ugh. Ever since we met, she has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, she always, if it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then we've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it. I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Regardless, reunion, one without war, pain. For this, we must all work to become stronger. If that's what you want to call me, I won't.
Bye! Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? We definitely. Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey.
그 자, 오케이. 이것도 그래가 കാര്യമില്ല. So, why the fuck?